after people get married and they've been together for a while, their friendships maybe don't, and once they start to age, once they hit 40 onward, people just get more independent, and they really don't want those friendships as much. Like, they're happy if it's, you're in the neighborhood and you have drinks together, but to go out of their way and say, I'm going to go visit you in your city and spend time with you, it's not very common anymore. Like, it's sort of like that's a unrealistic kind of friendship now. And it's so disappointing to feel that, like, that's what's left in life. Like, that can't be right. Am I fighting against reality? Like, so when your title says F reality, that kind of makes me feel like, is that the reality of my life? Is that the only people I'm going to be friends with from now on are going to be work colleagues and my cousins who live in the same, city as me? Like, it just seems like I want to choose people who really excite me and go and see them and have actual heart-to-heart conversations, not superficial conversations about, my career and where it's going and that stuff.
So can I help you on that question? I would like to help you ask that question in a better way. Can I help you? Okay. So I think what your question is, and if I'm wrong, then don't agree with me. I'm just some guy. But your question, I think, is, can I make friendships that are deeper, have actual conversations about issues and things, not just about the weather and shallow things? Can I have relationships also? Because that's just one thing. Friendships about chatting is one thing. Can I have relationships which are about depth and us relating to each other in our lives, creating lives together? Now, that may be more than what you said. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that's a good way of saying it.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you a question. What's the answer to your question? Because I have some answers, but I'm curious what your answers are. I mean, I'm not joking. I mean, I'm talking about how can you rearrange your life to get what you want in terms of relationships that actually are real and important.
I have no idea. I feel like I've been trying to do that pretty much since this friend moved away. I mean, she's the last person I really connected with and felt like I had that's probably why I returned to her, is like 15 years ago is kind of the last time I met someone who I was super excited to become friends with and felt like a kind of an instant bond or whatever. Right. So like, that's probably why I returned to her, is because everyone else I've met since then has either, there was a lot of red flags with those people. Basically, like, I didn't feel like we were going to become long-lived friends necessarily, and they were in a different stage of their life, and I was in a different stage of my life, like younger people, older people, but no one really like my age that's kind of going through the same. So yeah, I haven't had any of those friends basically since she and I were friends. Most people, have been much younger than me or much older than me. No one's been kind of contemporary with me. And other people that I thought would have been around for this phase of my life have slowly but just surely disappeared, like moved to other cities. So, and they weren't ideal either. And I'm actually kind of glad now that I think about it that some of them have gone off, because I don't think they were healthy in my life. So I don't have an answer to that question, because I feel like I've made so many horrible mistakes in how I've conducted my life, and that's why I haven't met any good friends, or I'm just maybe needing them now. Like, maybe now I feel like before I always had such a wide circle of friends. So like, I didn't feel lonely or frustrated with the quality of my friendships, because there was always someone to say hello to. And, we might have a quick conversation. It might be fairly deep, but generally I didn't need them every day. So like, we could go months without seeing each other. So those friendships never really became like super, super close people. But now I'm kind of like, you start to see the numbers go down on those acquaintance lists, and now you're just stuck with like one or two people that you don't even really feel that much of a connection with. So I don't know.
That's actually really interesting. That's actually really interesting thoughts, because what it does is, you're saying is, things have changed in your life, right? and that the connections you have aren't what they were before, but that now you're in a different situation. So you have to do different things to make new friends. Now, I don't know why that is, okay? And I'm just some guy on the internet, right? And I got my goofy glasses on because I found them. I put them on because they were funny. But
Yeah.
um, so you actually have an opportunity now to, well, you don't just have an opportunity, you have an obligation to yourself to make friends in new ways. You're going to have to do it, or you're going to be sad and frustrated. The cool thing
Yes.
is you're in charge right now. And
Yeah.
so,
But I just don't understand how to go about doing that because I don't have any kind of like idea of like what it like I feel like I have been trying that. So like where do you mix it up so much that suddenly like I almost feel like what I'm going through right now is like resigning myself with the fact that I've tried. And I feel like everything that I've sort of tried has been pretty like either, they like it's just the where I live, it's like it feels what's happened is I get a friendship with someone. This has happened and then they get married or whatever and then they start having kids and then it's over. And I'm just sick of that cycle of like the 2 year, like, okay, maybe this person's my friend for 2 years up until they start to have kids. And then it's over again. And it's just like, so when I meet someone and they're about to kind of like tie the knot, I'm just like, I start to kind of disengage because I'm just like, I can't go through this or they move away. Like, because I live in a fairly transient city. So people will come here for a while and then it gets too expensive for them and then they move away. And, like, yeah, there's just the stability factor is so low here.
I have similar, well, I have different problems, but one thought is then, so child free is a question. Child free.
Sorry?
Uh, because many people, it's true, and it's not bad. It's not, you don't have to be a judgmental prick about it. But when they have children, they do change their priorities
Yeah.
and everything changes, and that's okay. I mean, I've lost friends that way too,
Yeah.
you know. But maybe you, if you're not going to have children, you could like look up Facebook groups or something, or child-free people.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, so someone said to go into meetup, right? Meetup.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
So I keep
Uh,
going on there and looking for groups, and it's just like I add them, and then sometimes I've gone to a few events, and it just feels like the most unattractive, difficult way of meeting people. But I just feel like it hasn't been very successful so far. Like when I've met people through there, it just feels like forced. Like that's what I'm saying is I feel like it's nothing that feels like it's very, which is probably why I didn't do a lot of dating because I've always felt that in general, I just want to kind of like, not have to do like an interview phase or it feels desperate too. It feels like I feel like I'm literally going there going, okay, is this person my friend? Is this person my friend? Would I click with this person? I also feel like, I don't even know what I want in a friendship. Like who you said child free. It's not that having children necessarily makes someone like that I don't want to hang out with them. I don't want to hang out with a partier either. So which am I? I'm a single person who doesn't like to party. Who do I become friends with? Should I like discount the people that have kids? Should I include the people that have kids just because they're a single parent now and they need friends? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
But you need people. I need people. I got no people.
You got no people?
I'm worse off than you are. I guarantee it.
Why do you say that? Because you're in
Uh,
Mexico?
well, if you look me up, you'll find that out.
I know who you are already.
You know who I am.
Well, I've been in other blabs where you've been in here, and yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sort of okay with having few or no human contact. but it's not really that great a thing, you know. And so you're in a position where you can have it, and I understand your difficulties. I appreciate it, but you can have it, and
Yeah.
so, and I'm not at all discounting your difficulties at all. But you're in a position where, what city are you in?
Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, that's a wonderful place. God damn, there's lots of hot chicks, hot dudes there. You can get done.
Well, I did join an online dating app, and I'm finding that that's proving quite ridiculous. Like, it's, yeah. I mean, I would like to, I think at this point, I would just really prefer just to have a boyfriend and forget the friendship until I can actually get into a relationship with someone and feel like maybe that's enough to, ward off. I mean, I still want to make friends, but I just feel like what I told you about that girl, and it's like I still do want, like she said, would I ever come out to Victoria? And I said, yeah, I would. I mean, I can't right now, but I would definitely go out to Victoria to visit her. And she said, next time she comes to Vancouver, she might, see me as well. But I don't know how legitimate that is. And I feel like, yeah, and I think that's where I start to I think that's just where I just start to feel really old and feel like, you don't really know what anyone's like how you used to be high up on someone's priority and now you're like low down on their priority. And yeah, so I just feel like maybe like a actual date might be a bit easier to because then if you're dating someone, they're not really, you don't have to question, oh, is this person going to be my friend? It's like more dealing with the dating challenges. I don't know. I just feel like I'm so tired of trying to make friends with girls and then going, for what purpose? Like, shouldn't it just be something that is easier when you go and do something you're interested in and then they see that you're interested in the same things they are? But to do that, I need to develop interests. And my interests right now are mostly in my house. My cat, my movie watching, my internet usage. But none of that really brings me closer to the kind of people I want to hang out with.
Yeah. Yeah, you're comfortable where you are.
Yeah.
Are you on OkCupid?
Nothing's really happening with my OkCupid account.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I haven't emailed anyone on there. I've looked at many people, and many people seem really cool. But I think you have to go hunt them. You have to send them messages and do things. Yeah, which I haven't done.
On OkCupid?
Yeah. But they seem lots of really smart, pretty women on there.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit frustrated because I'm using Tinder right now. Tinder. In the beginning, I thought, oh, this is good. There was a couple of guys who were talking back and forth. And then as soon as I tried to set up some kind of time to visit them, just let's go for coffee, disappearance. And I don't know if it's better just to keep contact with them and get to know them over texting. No.
If a man wants you, he'll let you know. If a man wants you, he'll let you know. Actually, that's not true. That's bullshit. If a woman wants you, she'll let you know. That's also bullshit. So the thing is, if you want somebody, you got to hunt them, right? You got to go get them.
I've been in the jungle for too long.
It's not jungle here; it's forest. But thank you. The thing is that, and this is feminist advice. If you want feminism, women in general are weak. They don't go get what they want. They take what comes to them. That's not good. And it doesn't mean you should not go be an asshole or anything. That's not my advice. But on OkCupid, for example, OkCupid people in general are putting themselves out there. They're saying, "Hey, hunt me, hunt me, hunt me." And I have known a couple very attractive, very smart, wonderful women who never message a guy on OkCupid. and they're wonderful, smart, strong women.
Yeah.
But even so, they are unwilling to make the first move. So they don't get as much of the people that they would actually want contacting them. So in your case, I don't know you, and so I apologize for my presumptuousness. But if you want to, you could use that system. And I like OkCupid. It's cool. I like the question thingies, the matching stuff and the percentage stuff. I think it's really cool. You could actually then go say, hey, do you like me? Do you like me? Do you like me? 100 fucking times, and you will be rejected. How many times? A whole bunch
95.
of times. Yeah, 95 fucking percent time you'll be rejected. And that's okay. Welcome to the world of being the hunter. Welcome to the world of being, I would say a man, but no, being a person who controls your interests and seeks things out in the world. And that's a feminist position. So if you want to, you could go seek the men you want and you will be rejected. But the more important part is you will be accepted by some special dude or chick that likes you, that liked your picture, that liked your answers. And so you get a special connection.
Why'd you say chick?
I like the word chick. I think it's cute.
No, but why would I be looking for a chick on OkCupid?
Oh, I don't know you personally, so I don't want to judge what gender you might be interested in.
Fair enough. Someone wants to jump on.
Oh, well, they can, I guess.
Come on in. Water's warm.
Am I audible to all?
You
Yes.
are.
Excellent.
Welcome.
It's great to see you, Brian. Excellent as always. I really like you. You're almost like it's crazy. Although some things I think we're going to disagree on. Almost everything you say I agree on. It's crazy. I wish I was just like you. Renee, I can tell you my story. This happened 10 years ago. Okay. I knew a person online from about the end of 1999 until about the beginning of 2005. And we were just friends online. We would talk a little bit. Back in the day, it was instant message, okay? And we would talk back and forth a little bit here and there. We had common interests. We had music interests. We liked the same type of music. And then all of a sudden, I said, like, hey, why don't I give you a call one time? I called her up, that was actually the year before on one day. And then around April sometime of 2005, she called me up out of the blue and just said, hey, what's going on? We talked for a little bit, and then we got talking a little bit and texting and this, or not texting, it was emailing back and forth and this and that. And then we just decided, hey, she said to me, I want to go to a concert in Philadelphia. She lived in Texas. I lived in New York. We had mutual friends in Philadelphia. And she said, why don't we meet in Philadelphia and go to a concert? And I said, that would be great. So we went, we met, and we hit it off. And we hit it off, and next thing you know, so that was in June. By October, she moved in with me. We lived together for 2 years. 2 years later, we got married, and now we've been together for 10 years, and we've been married for 8 years. Is that right? Yeah, something like that. And I guess the moral of the story is you do have to go out there. You do have to ask people. But what I would suggest is try to find something in common with the people that you're trying to meet, so that you have like a common bond, a bond actually. If it's with music, if it's with literature, if it's with anything. I don't know what it would be, but that would be what my suggestion would be, because of course we have our ups and downs. We're a married couple, but we always love each other, and we always have these things that are in common that we try to go through life with. I don't know if that's helpful or not. That's my wife. We've got 2 kids. One's 4, and the other one's year and a half. And I didn't actually start dating her until I was 37 years old. She was 29. So I don't know how old you are, but if you're younger than that, you got plenty of time.
No, I'm 41.
You're 41. You still got time. I could have been 41.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess, yeah, I
See,
just feel like,
which you got a good thing because you don't look 41. You look like you're early 30s, something like that.
yeah, it'll start showing up soon. There's a gray streak right starting. You can't see it, but there is some. See that shiny bits? Anyway, thank you.
Look at this.
Yeah. Well, you choose to wear a beard though. That's gonna like highlight your.
Yeah, and I could color it, but for a guy, this makes me look distinguished.
You know what I have to say on these dating apps though, it's pretty hilarious because I don't know if it's because of where I live. I live in Canada, Vancouver, Canada.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's because of where I live, but I get so frustrated when I look at the profiles and every guy is holding a fish. It's like, if you guys ever become single again, well, I don't know, Brian, you may be single now. I'm gathering from what he said earlier. Don't put a picture of yourself with a fish.
I would say this.
If I see a fish, I'm like, goodbye.
Vancouver is a really cool city, and you should be getting out and doing things. I'll tell you one person who you should, unless he's married right now, you should get married to. You should be searching. He's got to be married. But Nardwuar, the human serviette, that's who you should be going after.
Actually, did you hear the news? Nardwuar had a stroke recently.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know his status. I haven't looked it up for
Brian,
a couple of days.
do you know who Nardwuar is? Dude, you have to check out Nardwuar. He is a professional interviewer of artists and musicians, and he is freaking hilarious. And he basically goes and he delves into their childhood and their past, and he asks them questions that they are shocked that anybody even remembers that. And he gives them gifts of cool albums that, like, back from 20 years ago, 50 years ago, 100 years ago that they were influenced by, and gives them as gifts. He is like the greatest rock and roll rap / interviewer of all time, and he's really cool.
Well, I'm not going to go look for him, but if you want to send him to me, that's fine.
All right. So anyway, Renee, my wife is getting back. She just got groceries, and my suggestion is don't give up. And get out there and try to put yourself in the situations with people that you're going to enjoy, because I think that's the only way it's going to help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Peace.
Ciao. I gotta go too. Talk to you later, Brian. I have to go for a walk.
All right. Adios. Good luck.
Love you, Renee. Love you, Brian. Take care.
Yes, senor.